SBC Media.
SBC Leaders connects the gambling industry's top-tier operators and associations to share the best ideas, collaborate on solving the biggest issues, and push innovation throughout the betting and gaming industry. If you're an operator and want to join the discussion, visit sbcleaders.com for more information.
Continuing our reflection of 2023 and the interesting conversations we've had, today's episode of iGaming Daily showcases the interview with Allwyn's Chief Operating Officer, Matuska, at this year's SBC Summit Barcelona. A transformational year for Allwyn, taking over the running of the UK National Lottery. Matuska stressed its aims for the UK and the potential growth within the US. Enjoy.
I'm Orme-Claye, Senior Journalist of SBC Media, and I'm really excited to be joined by Matuska, who's the Chief Operating Officer with Allwyn today in Barcelona. Jan, thanks so much for joining us. How are you?
Great meeting you, Ted. Thank you very much. I'm fine and excited to be here, so thank you very much for the invitation.
Fantastic, great stuff. So just to get the ball rolling, from Allwyn's position as a multinational lottery operator, what observations have you made between different markets regarding customer preferences and behaviour?
If I look at Allwyn, as a global lottery operator, we are currently present in several markets, starting from Austria, Czech Republic, Greece, Cyprus, Italy, and now with the two new recent acquisitions also in the United Kingdom and the United States. There are similarities among how the consumers behave. For example, they follow the macroeconomic trends, they have worries, and we see that there is something which is in line and correlating in their behavior. But however, for us, it's always important to bring the entertainment and joy to the consumer through the products which we are offering across the markets. So just to go maybe one level deeper, if I look into the markets in particular, there are differences. The anxieties being some markets feel the inflation stronger. You see that there is anxiety in the spending, maybe macro-political environment makes the consumers less hesitant, but we are trying to bring in the fun and the play. So if you are in the south, it's more about the social, the engagement. If you are in the north, in other countries, it's more about the transaction.
Now, as you've just made clear, Allwyn is obviously active in a huge variety of markets. Is the company targeting like the number one leadership position as a multinational lottery operator, or do you think this is something you've already achieved?
It is one of our strategies to make lotteries for the better, to bringing and making fun into the play, to make play better for all, for everyone. Yes, I would say it is part of our strategy to also grow inorganically. As you have seen this year, 2023 was transformational for us, as we have entered the UK market and we are now looking into the transition happening from the third to the fourth national license, and also our entrance to the US market. I am definitely sure it's not going to stop there. We would like to grow in these markets further.
I'm very glad you've just mentioned the UK, because obviously having come from that country myself, I'm quite interested in what Allwyn's got planned for the next lottery licence. How would you say taking on the next contract for the National Lottery fits into and complements the group's European-wide operations?
And maybe start with it that for us this is the UK is like a jewel in the crown. You know, you need to make this happen and you need to make it right. So this is also why we entered, and we have now the third national license at the same time as the fourth national license, focusing on the transition, which is going to happen basically on the 1st of February next year, but we are very confident to deliver on it. And it is of utmost importance that from a consumer perspective, you know, there is no change happening. The transformation phase will begin, and we will improve, rejuvenate the entire lottery segment in the United Kingdom to make it again more attractive for the consumers. So I'm quite sure that there is a lot of innovation coming over the next year, and there will be a lot of play and joy, and we will be addressing a broader customer base than in the past. Okay,
that's good to hear. Some exciting stuff to look forward to in the UK. You've mentioned a few times about how much of a transformational year it's been. Just sort of on a broader scale, why has 2023 been such a transformational year for Allwyn?
Brazil, a global economic powerhouse, deeply passionate about sports, and now home to one of the hottest markets in gaming. And we're giving it the full SBC treatment. Join industry leaders, market experts, and all the major players in the country for 3 days of content, exhibition, and epic networking at the first ever SBC Summit Rio.
It's a huge growth trajectory that Allwyn has undergone over the past couple of years. If you see at our recent results, which have been published earlier in September, we have grown massively. So it was a triple-digit growth on the top line, including the acquisitions. But even if you exclude the acquisitions, we have a healthy growth rate of 7%, with EBITDA growing even faster. And this, doing it in a sustainable manner. So we are increasing our player base, we are focusing on lotteries, and the lotteries make now consolidated around 80% of our business. So this is our core, this is where we are good at, and having the opportunity through different markets to bring in the best expertise, the best practice into the new markets which we are entering, like for example the UK. This is what we like about it. This is what we believe we will drive for the good of all.
And sort of taking things to the other side of the Atlantic, you've also mentioned the US. How much potential is there for growth for Allwyn in the US market? Obviously, the lottery sector there is huge.
We have already expressed as Allwyn that US certainly belongs to our strategy, and the expansion in the US is one of the focuses because we believe there is a lot of potential to grow further. At present, with the acquisition of the Illinois business, we are focusing on those to make sure that it is up and running. We are very happy to have a successful and great management team there, and we will definitely look into the US market in the upcoming years.
And lastly, could you just give us a breakdown of Allwyn's ESG policies and principles, and how do these complement and combine with the good causes funding of many lottery operations?
Glad you are mentioning it. I think it's a right way, it's a change of the spirit, how we approach the environmental, social and governance agenda. At Allwyn, I was part of the development of the strategy which we published 2 years ago, focusing around 4 pillars. We call the 4 Ps, which is basically play, partner, people and the planet. And as you might hear, the first one and utmost importance is the play, which is about making sure that the player protection works. And you are bringing new innovative technologies into the play protection. You are able to address potential behaviors, how the customers will behave early on. And this helps the broader society. But it's not only about the play. We have our partner pillar. As Allwyn, we are moving to a global scale. We have engaged into partnerships like, for example, the Wings for Life run, where I participated myself in my home country, Switzerland, running, but for good causes, because it's about the funding for the spinal injuries, and we believe that there will be a cure which can be found. It's about the social engagement on top of the good funds contribution and the taxes which Allwyn delivers in the billions to the societies. People area, super important. We have recently appointed and made public Naida, which was the people officer from our Austrian business. We have promoted her to the group level, and she's now taking the position of a chief people and culture officer. Why this? Because it's about more than the 7,000 employees that Allwyn has globally, but it goes beyond. I think in terms of having more than 120,000 POSs, how much impact you can have there. And last but not least, planet pillar, protecting the planet, making sure that we deliver on our commitment, bring back to the society, be careful with the resources. It's not only about saying, I don't waste paper, it's about where I can generate and create impact. And for this, we started our measurements of the CO2 reductions. We are planning and we committed ourselves to subscribe to the SBTi, which is the target of not increasing the geoclimate by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. And we are developing on our sustainability policy, which will come and be presented over the next couple of months.
That's fantastic. It's great to hear the company's got such comprehensive policies there. Jan, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to us today.
Great meeting you. Thank you very much.
SBC Media.